the placebo effect. This idea that if we expect we are more likely for it to happen. Would you mind talking for a couple of minutes about the housekeeper study? I call it the housekeeper study. Please forgive my very, very informal way of addressing it. It's my really favorite study in the book.
Yeah, I love this study. This is research that was done by Ali Crum, who's now at Stanford, and Ellen Langer of Harvard. And it's really just brilliant. And what they did is they realized that our expectations shape our outcomes. And they want to just show that in a setting beyond giving patients sugar pills and telling them this should cure your headache. And they did it in a really interesting study. They did it with housekeepers. And what they wanted to do was see what would happen if they told housekeepers truthfully that the work they do each day is an incredibly good physical workout, that it meets the CDC's definition of great exercise. So they randomly assigned some housekeepers to get this information. Every day in your work, you are doing fantastic exercise. Yeah. And then another group of housekeepers wasn't given that information. They just went about their jobs as usual. And then a month passed, and then they measured the various health markers for those housekeepers who had been in the study, both those who had been told about the health benefits of their job and those who hadn't. They looked at things like blood pressure, weight, waist size, and incredibly, what they found is that the housekeepers who had been told, look, your work is exercise, you're getting these benefits from your job that you maybe weren't appreciating, those people had realized more of those benefits. They were fitter, they were in better shape, they were
blood pressure went down,
all of these things significantly. And you first read the study, you first hear about the study, and you're like, is it a miracle? Is it is it some sort of like hypnosis? What's going on? But I actually think there's a clearer answer, which is when you start thinking about your work differently, you start thinking this is physical activity, you make different decisions. You're excited to get to push that, push that iron a little harder, push the vacuum a little harder, take the stairs up and down, and you're making different choices about how you use your body at the job you're on, because you're excited to have the opportunity to do this healthy thing. And so people are doing their jobs in a different way when they're thinking about them as exercise, rather than as, I have to get this done, this is a chore and it has no ancillary benefits. And I think that point about how important our mindset is and the way we frame things to ourselves, it's so much broader. I will say, just in terms of physical activity in my own life, I live in a townhouse and I have to run up and down the stairs in order to get the laundry. And after reading that study, I say to myself, I am so lucky to be getting this exercise passively as I walk up the stairs instead of growling about walking. And that is meaningful. But also in work, in life, in anything you're doing, when you change your mindset about what you're achieving and what's possible to achieve, you can see different results. And that's really the lesson.
I loved it. I really loved that study. It gives us so much possibility that we can shape our own lives.